address a joint session of Congress. Among other topics, as we talked about a bit yesterday, he will lay out the American Family Plan, the specific details, and discuss a number of other issues that are important and major priorities to him, including expanding access to health care and addressing, putting in place policing reforms. On Thursday, on the President's 100th day in office, he and the First Lady will travel to Georgia to highlight how he's delivered on his promises to the American people. While he is there, he will participate in a car rally. And on Friday, he will have additional out-of-town travel that we will hopefully have more details for you in the coming days. Finally, I know many of you saw this, reported it, and tweeted it, but we announced this morning that the President will travel to the United Kingdom and Belgium in June for his first overseas trip as President. This trip will highlight his commitment to restoring our alliances, to revitalizing the transatlantic relationship, and working in close cooperation with our allies and multilateral partners to address global challenges and better secure America's interests. He will attend the G Summit in Cornwall, which is happening from June 11th through the 13th. He will then travel to Brussels, Belgium, where he will participate in the NATO Summit on June 14th. And while in Brussels, the President will also participate in the US-EU Summit. With that, kick us off.
All right, thank you. With the climate summit, promised reductions in carbon emissions that the President announced this week, without the investments in the infrastructure proposal, can those be achieved? And with that, is there some line with Republicans that you have as a result of making those goals happen?
Well, first, yes, absolutely, it can be achieved because we have several paths toward achieving that objective and that goal. Some include legislation, the American Jobs Plan, but there are additional legislative options. There's executive options that are also on the table, and of course, working with the private sector and states and localities to continuing to take additional steps forward. But I'll also say that we have every intention of getting the American Jobs Plan passed and signed into law. As we saw and we talked about a bit yesterday, there was a Republican counter proposal yesterday. The stage we're in now is we will have discussions. We'll get a full briefing. We expect those to happen through the course of the next several days. We'll review that plan. We'll ask questions at a staff level, and then the President will invite a number of those members down here to the White House.
And if I could ask just one more.
Sure.
Is the President speaking today with President Erdogan? And with that, the Turkish foreign minister said earlier this week that if President Biden goes forward with his campaign pledge on Armenian genocide recognition, that it would harm U.S.-Turkey ties. How much is that idea weighing on the President's mind as he makes this decision whether or not to follow through on the campaign pledge, especially with the need for Turkish cooperation on things like Afghanistan and Iran?
I certainly understand your line of questioning. No, there's a great deal of interest in this particular area. I don't have any calls with foreign leaders to predict for you. As would be the case with any call, we will certainly provide a readout whenever we do a call with a foreign leader and the President of the United States, and actually down the rung below them as well. In terms of delivering on his campaign pledge, I don't have anything to review for you on that front either. I expect we'll have more in the coming days.
Looking to find the best electronics in Ghana? But are you having trouble finding them? And it takes too much time and effort? Now you can find it all with the touch of your fingertips. Jara is here to help. From technology to fashion, you can find it all at Jara. Jara has thousands of high-quality products. Go to myjara.com and discover what's perfect for you. Create an account and save your favorite products. Contact the sellers directly and get the best prices out of thousands of different articles. myjara.com. Find something special.